So, good evening. Welcome to our regular evening meditation session after the chanting. As usual, just checking yourself whether you are sitting comfortably or not, freeing yourself from all the distractions and checking your motivation to continue practicing. And in the practice of a meditation, some people think that after one or two sessions of a meditation would like to practice for advance. Yeah. So they're working with your brain, with their brains, needing to or searching for the new information. But when we look at the Satipatthana Sutta, the four foundations of a mindfulness the Buddha gave, which is the foundation ground for all the meditation techniques or practices that is available around the world, we find that it is not like you can develop fast each stages unless you have and accumulated sufficient perfections or merits. There is a possibility of that. Otherwise, it is a gradual development. And that always starts off from basically relax the body, relax the mind. Relax the body, relax the mind by sitting upright position, and no troubles at all when we are sitting meditating. And then first thing in the first instructions that the Buddha gave is to be mindful of incoming breath and outgoing breath. Nothing more than that. And the practice of a meditation, that's why we are not trying to be special, or we are not trying to be different than anyone else. So first of all, in the practice, according to the Satipatthana Sutta, is to be mindful of your breath. So incoming breath and outgoing breath, nothing more than that. And once you are able to be mindful of the incoming breath and outgoing breath, an ability to concentrate on that, an ability to be familiar with it, and your mind is obviously most of the time, let's say during the meditation time, most of the time your mind is with the breath, ability to be with the breath and being mindful of it. Then you see the different types of the breath. A short breath, long breath, coarse breath, subtle breath, like that. And this is again a gradual process. So in the practice, that's why try not to think of to be enlightened by doing just a one-off meditation. And do not think about it. Every destination begins from each steps that we take at a time. So one at a time we move our feet. And that's same in the practice of a meditation too. It's a gradual steps, one after another, one after another, one after another. Do not try to jump the very moment when you jump from one stage to the another, then when the similar sensations or misunderstanding may occur towards those practices. So that's why in the Satipatthana Sutta, first be aware of the breath, and the second be aware of the different breaths, and after you are fully conscious and mindful of the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, and the different breaths, Buddha used a sikkati. Along with the breath, you learn now, not just the knowing, you learn to know the body, you learn to know the breath itself. It's called Sabbha Kaya Padisamvedhi. The entire body you learn to know. Assasisami sikkati. Buddha says sikkati, not pajanati. Pajanati means knowing. Sikkati means training, learning, along with the breath. So knowing along with the breath the entire body, sabbakaya, entire body. And here, the body, there are two senses. One, the physical body as the entire body, and the second is the breath body. It's called the body in the body. So we have to know the breath body as well. Each breath that is going through, we know the beginning, middle, and the end of it. So as you sit here comfortably, close the eyes and aware of the breath incoming and outgoing, without any pressure, without any tension, without any intentions of making the different breaths or holding or interfering with the breath. Natural breath, normal breath. Do not force yourself or do not control. Simply know the breath as it comes in and as it goes out. And this is paying attention to the breath, and being with the breath continuously is known as concentration meditation. So we are developing the concentration meditation, or practicing concentration meditation, consciously being mindful of the breath, incoming and outgoing. There is no exaggeration, there is no proliferation, simply knowing that. Knowing the different breaths, and knowing the breath itself and this body, how much it's affected. And as you develop your concentration on the breath, you can learn to be mindful that how the breath is making ourselves calmer, peaceful, tranquil. And as we become so relaxed and eased, tranquil, at that moment breath itself changes. It's become a subtler, softer, calmer. So simply mindful of that. And these are the gradual process going on. So continuously being mindful of your breath and working with the breath, and how does it makes your body relax, and our body makes the breath become smoother. Simply being mindful of that breath incoming and outgoing and how it is working. And in the meantime, extending that mindfulness to your daily routine or daily activities. When environment changes, when emotion changes, when your feeling changes, how the breath changes and how it links to the body. Different sensations you can detect in your body, different sensations, different emotions. Simply being mindful of those different sensations that has arisen along with the breath. And in those situations, we are not engaging any conversation, but simply being mindful of it as it occurs, as it takes place. And knowing that it doesn't matter what is arisen, it's only for temporarily. It's subject to change and it will go away. Nothing remains the same, but always change as the emptiness of it. So I will stop talking and let you practice and listen the gong to the end. So during this time, again, you don't have to gaze the screen, but simply close your eyes and practicing, watching the breath, incoming breath, outgoing breath, with a relaxed and enjoy the moment. And obviously when the mind is distracted, simply gently bring it back, rather than generating any negativities or anything. Simply bring it back to relax. this loving kindness meditation. So relax yourself and aware of sitting body. And as you breathe in and breathe out, sending kindness and compassion to yourself. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace. And similarly, sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, starting from near dear ones, whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings in this room, in this country, on this earth and on this universe. May all beings be well and happy, free from suffering, misery, hostility. May they be liberated. So as you come to the hands, being mindful of your hands, and to your body. And to your eyes. And as you hear the gong for the third time, slowly coming out from meditation and reflect for a while. Let's pay respect to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha.